You cheat on kickoff, that's good. You can flip just a single front flip, and depending here, you're like the close setup, I think. So maybe you don't have to boost. But your job as the second man, I didn't check. Did your other teammate went for boost? Yeah, went for boost there. So your job as second man is if the ball freezes, it's your ball. Okay. But if it pinches, you're supposed to try to fight for the mid boost on that side. So if the ball pinches right, you need to turn right quick, and you need to grab this boost before them.
Okay.
Before their second man. And you can as well, because most likely he's going to do the same thing. You can demo him if you're slightly late. You need to fight for that mid boost, because what's going to happen if not, well, he went the wrong side. So you're fine. The higher ranked player wanted to make sure it was fine. That's good. Okay, so here at threes is so much different. When you see that you have a teammate that's defending, it's your job to make sure that this ball doesn't get in the box behind you. So you need to jump, you need to block this ball, because his job is to defend if there's a shot or if the ball crosses. Your job is to make sure the ball doesn't get to, there's most likely a player behind you that is waiting to take this shot.
Okay.
And see, he missed, but he was there. After that, it's unfortunate it happens. Okay. This looked like a side flip to me.
Yeah, I do not have a speed flip.
Okay. If you don't have a speed flip, go for a diagonal flip. And or work on your speed flips. So seems like you're almost there, but your flip is a tad too sideways. It needs to be like this and then cancelled.
Okay.
Is that what you tried to do? Did you like this, or you just straight up side flip?
I think I just straight up side flipped.
Okay.
Anytime I really try to speed flip, I mess it up. So
Yeah. If I go here, the problem with going with a side flip, so you're like this, because you side flip right, what happens is you're accelerating towards there. That's not where we want to go. We want to go there. So your motion is great. You jump, you turned your car, but you could have just diagonal flip this way and recovered and went for it. If you're not going for a speed flip, this would be better. You would get to the ball faster.
Okay.
Well, you get a decent contact. Pads. I'm gonna be annoying with this, but at least these two, because I know you're going over there, but get these two pads, you're gonna be able to accelerate and get to supersonic. When we're in rotation, because basically you just played your first man, air quotes, because you were on kickoff. So you shouldn't have to play until both your teammates play. But when it's going to be your turn to play, you need to be there and ready and have boost. Sometimes you just have time to pick up 2 to 3 pads and turn. But in this case, most likely you're going to have time to get that boost. That's fine. But you need to get supersonic, get there quick, and then get back supersonic and get back into play. We'll see if it's a problem. You're far. Okay. So it was not a problem in this case because they gave you the ball. But if Louis Boy had a chip to pass it to you, you weren't there yet. Right?
Just a little too far from the play.
Yeah. So again, like you're, okay, you're gonna cut to second man. Yeah, you're awkward. So here you have a choice. Okay, either you turn and you're the second man, or you rotate and you assume that he's gonna turn and be second man. You chose to be the second man. Okay, one or the other. In threes, if when there's a contact like that, you're not ready to go for that ball, you're never gonna be first. There's 5 other players, well, minus those 2, but there's 3 other players on the field that can be ready to go. Like, he's not ready, but do we know if your teammate's ready or if the guy on the other team is? If we go to your teammate,
I think our teammate was grabbing boost.
Yeah, but look, see, he's facing the play. He has 100 boost. He's ready, right? More than you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And if we go to I don't see his name, not idolizing, not Kashi, so Lias. See, he's more ready than you as well, right?
Yes.
So there's no way you can be first on that ball, so might as well rotate in this case, unless there's something dangerous and you just jump to try to, you know, a bit like in basketball, you try to just put your hands in the air and hope you can block something.
That's kind of what I did.
Yes. The first one missed. Normally this one was supposed to touch it, but he missed. So now you're out of positions because you're useless there. If we end, usually it tends to screw up with your teammates that are behind and are trying to figure out when they can go. It wasn't that bad. But we'll probably see other instances of that happening.
I can see that.
That's good. Yeah, you're not in any rush to rotate. Well, here you played. That's good. You need to, if you can play this ball right away, which you can't. You need to go away a bit, A, to have a better angle, and B, when you move around the field across pads, you pick up boost.
Yes.
Right now, you're just flat foot under the ball, and every time your camera switch side, you get new information, and every time you're out of position. Do you notice?
Yeah.
Right there. And there, you're like, oh, I want to go. Oh, no, there's a guy. I need to leave. Right? You could have just left because we already knew there was a guy there.
I think that last one I just turned because I knew that both my teammates went back. But yeah, I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
The only time you get something good on that is if he gets a very lousy touch, like right over you here, and then you could turn on it this way. But if here you flip and maybe pick up this pad and then turn, you would have a shot on his lousy touch instead of just touching the ball. And here, did you see that the orange guy touched the ball and it was outside of your screen? We tried to minimize that as much as possible. In threes, it's a bit hard sometimes, but if you miss, if touches happen when it's outside of your screen, you can't know where the ball's going. No, did he just touched it in the ceiling, it's gonna fall there for your teammate, or he actually has a good touch that's gonna go in the corner, and even if you have 11 boosts, see that you're the last man to come back, you're the one who covers this. So if there's a touch backboard that's gonna pop for the guy that's to your right there, it's your responsibility to take care of it. But now you didn't see the touch, so it's gonna be very complicated to read the situation. And you're still not looking, and then there's a ball in the box. Turns out your teammate can take care of it, but it could have been dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. Great cut. Pretty good. Good rotation. Yeah, catch is good idea. Yeah, you stay up front. Your ball. It's good. I like this. I like this part. And now you rotated fast. You stole the boost. It didn't matter in the play, but see the difference? Like you flipped, you boosted a bit, and you end up stealing his boost. If you had just hung around like you did the other time, let's say it doesn't go in, he gets that boost, right? And he could be useful in the play. Now he would be useless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quick decisions.
Yeah, basically, I'll talk to my friends that are champions. It's like play and F off. Like, you know, you play, you leave. You play, you leave. You play, you leave, especially in threes. And what's going to happen when we do that, all three players do that, is, especially in threes, is first one plays and rotates. While he rotates, the second player plays and rotates. And then the third player plays, but the first one is ready to play again.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go forever like this. If we rotate quick, and if we notice that our turn's gonna come soon, we just pick up a few pad and go play our turn, and pick up a few pad and go play our turn. And eventually in your rotation, you're gonna notice you can get a big pad, and now it's time to make a play. That's how threes is played. As much on offense as it is on defense.
Okay.
NG.
Yes.
Yeah, you can flip there. Again, line up, flip. You wanna get to that boost quicker. That's a good boost steal. Now get behind. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you don't jump, you're beat. Good turn. Good. It's a bit dangerous because you're last man. Personally, I don't know how comfortable you are with it. I would have cut it and roll it on the wall to make a play. I don't know how confident you are in your catches. That's something we could look at after with I have good training packs to practice that.
Okay.
Yeah, you were a bit too much underneath to my taste. When you're too far underneath, look at the defense. You don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see the other guy. I know you want to be close to be on time to beat them, but most of the time what happens when you're too close is there's going to be a ball for you, but you're going to be awkward because it's going to be very over you. Let's say he misses and it's your ball, it's going to be very hard to put that ball on net. Versus if you're just a few car length more behind, look, you would see that they're both on the wall and they're awkward if something happens.
Mm.
And you would have a better angle at going at it. So sometimes being a bit further back would make you faster on the play because you could go with speed because it's less awkward.
Yeah. Just more information to work with.
As well. That's good. So I really like that. That seems to be very ingrained in you, and I have players like even all the way to diamond that don't do what you're doing there. It's like, okay, it's not my ball to play. I'm gonna rotate behind my teammate to be next on the play. That's great. Here, no panic. You try to catch. You're not the first man anymore. Perfect. Good. Great play. Great last man play. Yeah. I just don't understand why you cut mid here.
I think I didn't know if my third teammate was going to be there, and then I saw him.
Yeah, no, it's you cut here where he's supposed to keep on going and you're the last man. See what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know I was last man until I saw him just here.
Yeah, but that's fine. But now we saw him for a second or two now. And now you're gonna cut like this. And then there's gonna be a ball that's gonna come back there. And when you turn for it, you end up having to play it against the wall. Instead of if you were more here or here, you could have played towards net. Or towards your teammates. Often, first man forces a ball, and the guy that's playing like this general position can just shoot it towards mid, and we have a player that's coming there to take the shot. It's prime position for either taking a straight shot on net or making an infield pass. It's just with your positioning here, you don't have that option. The only one that's remaining is to shoot it in the corner, but you would need a very, very powerful shot.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, we don't try that ball? Champion, you don't try to air dribble or jump, flip to hit it in the ceiling? Something like that?
I am not very good at air dribbles.
Okay. Okay. Well, so how I try to explain this thing is I'm not very good at air dribbles, so I'm not gonna air dribble. Right? But the problem is that you end up never being good at air dribbles. Right?
Yes.
It was most likely not a champion 1 hair dribbleable ball. Okay? It was pretty hard to get control of that. But go up the wall, hit that ball. So in threes, if you're not the last man, you can swing any ball towards mid. You're always going to have a player ready for it. Because yes, you were the last man until you played, but look at your teammate. As soon as it's your turn to play, he rotated behind you. And you have your teammate that's cross, because he went and stole that back boost. So you can blindly just swing ball mid all the time. If you're not last man. So you just hit that ball and it falls there, and teammate just hits it in. There, backboard, corner, anything that goes into this area is prime scoring chance. In this case, if you have the information, all the way across is actually a good pass as well. But I don't know how much communications you guys use and everything.
We're usually in Discord together, so.
Yeah, but do you like communicate a lot, or it's more like fun chatting, playing casual?
We communicate a little bit.
Okay. Oh, it's better than none.
Yes.
Great rotation here. Great, like high level. Oh, you missed the pad, but here, pick up your pads, rotate the net, your last man, patient. Great. This is 100%.
Cool.
Yeah, the ball, good. You still had boost. I know basically what you're telling me is that you're not 100% comfortable in the air, but can you hit that ball harder?
Probably.
Okay. If you hit that ball harder, it's gonna bounce. Can you try to touch it? I'm not even saying touch it, just try to touch it, right? You could just keep on boosting towards it, because what happens is, if the ball hits there, then hits you, it's gonna hit the backboard and it's gonna fall here. And if you hit it in the corner and you almost touch it, they're gonna think you're gonna touch it and it's gonna fall here either way. So for your teammate, it's super easy to read, and for them, it's super hard to read. So this is the type of ball that I would have liked you to, because you let go a bit of the boost there. Maybe you could have, you know, give it a little more. I feel like you touched it, but you know, to be sure that you don't miss, rather than to actually go and hit the ball. Is it possible?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you did hit it, but it ended up soft on the wall, so this guy just showed up and monster cleared it.
But I had 52 boosts where I could have just kept following it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep following it, or a bit more oomph on your first touch. You would have less than 50, but no. Here.
Rotating into the play.
Yes, but it's good until it's obvious that the ball's gonna come this way. So
okay,
you don't disturb anyone by rotating here now. It's fine. You have a chance to pick up this boost if it spawns. But usually at this point, we want to cut mid and come back across. Because there's no boost here other than the big boost. And this one is reserved for your teammate that's going to go back on attack.
Yes.
It's his boost. He's going to catch the ball, pick up the boost, and go on attack. If you pick up this ball, you can starve your transition, your offensive transition. And if you do, you can actually create a situation where you're going to be stuck on defense for a while. Okay. Plus, you end up in the way. See, if you had the full, well, he screwed up his takeoff, but see, if you had pick up the full boost, and you could have went for this ball and maybe go on offense, and you end up having to defend in this situation, right? Versus if you come from the other, you don't sit well on stream, but if you come from the other side all the way back post, you could have played the right way around. So good, no panic. You're calm. I really love your calm. You're not. I see a lot of champions that panic in situations like that. In situations in general, rotating with your pad is great. Opposite side, that again, that's 100% rotation. Great. Yeah. Oh. Good. Your teammate there wasn't where he was supposed to be. You almost bumped your teammate, but it was not your fault.
Okay. I think that one, he was just maybe messing around a little bit, but...
Oh, he got bumped, he was wide. Okay, it's fine. Because I thought he voluntarily decided to be there, but he got bumped there, he was opposite side of the play, so he went back mid and still got to that ball. That's good.
Yeah.
Because in your case, you can't expect your teammate to be there because he shouldn't be.
Okay.
So that was fine. No, your rotation was good, and even I kind of like that you follow here. That's another thing that a lot of players don't recognize and what's the word I'm looking for? Exploit. Okay, they're all screwed up. All 3 orange players are out of position, most likely low boost. They're in big trouble. So if you take too long and you play too defensive, eventually they're gonna be able to recover and take care of this ball. So you're too close if there's someone in position to defend, but there's nobody in position to defend. You're very aggressive on a play like this, and that I like. The best that they could do is get a block like that. And no, that's perfect. Because in threes we need to convert our opportunities because there's not many of them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. If you're interested in getting coached, please join the Discord and open a ticket in the channel coaching request. That's about it for today. See you next time, and good luck on the grind.